I mean, yesterday we talked about update booking slot this API. So it's gonna pass in one booking slot. So the booking slot need to have a date, like which day, right? And then index. So Pen, if you have any change, please submit it. Okay, and Pen added this equals. The reason we need equals is because so here we need to hook up this with JPA. Okay. So
Okay.
that's you need to add those change. So in the controller we need to call the JPA DAO. Okay.
Okay.
DAO. Okay.
Okay. So
And I think Potato Cat told you to add a span slot in the booking link. We need to have the slot span.
class.
What?
Is it a class? Just
No, slot span. We have it. You just missed it.
oh.
If you check this, right, slot span, right?
Okay.
Please add it. Okay. We want to use this in the return in the booking link as well. So the front end knows it's how many minutes, right? Got it?
Okay.
Okay. So let's go through what Potato Cat did a lot of stuff. Let's go through it. Okay. Pen, we are missing your stuff right now. The controller in the controller. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
So you try to wrap it up when we go through the change. Okay.
Okay.
You need to add controller to hook it up, and also add the slot span. Okay. It's not much. Okay. So let's look at this. Potato Cat did this, right? So update slot. So here, you first get. I mean, I think you can reuse your stuff, right? Don't do it again, right, Potato Cat?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I
Makes
should
sense.
not do it again. So try to reuse your code
Okay.
here. So I'm gonna submit this later. So like we said, we're gonna have a JSON to serialize it before we save it. So here, what we do is let's check. So it might be now. Get slot. Okay. So if it's but we need a 2 slot. So here, the logic is a little bit. Let's see. What they are planning to do actually here.
Uh,
I think we should serialize it differently. You seem to want to serialize the list of booking slot.
right.
How are you gonna represent it? And it's too much, right? I mean, we only needed the index actually, right? The reason we use this as parameter is basically user can send a call. We use this. We basically use this and this. Oh, actually, we do need a date. Okay, yeah, index is not enough. Okay. So, okay, but let's go back. Actually, what did you do? Okay. If it's empty, you only gonna use one array.
Yeah. Right. For all the slots.
Okay. So it already have equals. So you're saying if we didn't contain it, we add it.
Right. If there are, I wasn't sure if this would be a scenario where there are no like a newly created booking slots without,
Yeah.
and you add one, right?
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Okay. So first, just to be safe, I mean, I'm gonna change it to be string util.
Okay.
Is blank. So it handles now as well as empty string, so it's safer. Yeah, just safer here. Okay, so if it's blank, you give an empty array list. Otherwise, you deserialize it. Okay. So okay, so you're gonna add. So if it contains it, it doesn't contain it. You add it. Equal. But you won't be able to find the equal in this way actually, because your on won't be matching. So we need to change pens change. So if we need to use equal, we need to change this. So you need matching by the date and the index, right?
Oh, okay, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Otherwise, so you don't need this is on. Otherwise, it won't match, right?
Mhm.
So let's skip start time and end time. Okay. So okay, let's see. We just match those. We actually don't care about. So when we serialize, deserialize, we don't need the start time, end time. We do need on and what do we need actually, right? When we serialize, we need on. We don't need the
index.
start time, end time, right? Uh, do we need a start time, end time? Anyway, let's serialize those as well for now. I mean, there's a way you can add annotation to skip some field, but we can just not do that. Okay. Yeah. So okay, this code logic is right, but just seem like not very pretty. Let's make it nicer. Okay.
Okay.
So first you want find some missing. Let's do this way. So you have the slots. Let's use stream. Okay. So stream dot find filter, right? Filter. So you basically want to find a slot that equals, right? So you want to see like objects dot equals. So you want this object to match the target slot, right? So it for lambda it has to be final. So we want to find the first. This is we want to find the first match, right?
Mhm.
So that is or else what do we do? Should we use else or just or else it will return something else? Okay, we can just use optional, optional here. So slot, booking slot, actually. Booking slot. So this is a match, right? Match. Okay, so if we found it, match is present. You want to say match dot get set on to be this one, right? Slot is on. Okay. Else you just add it. Slots dot add slot. Okay. So when we serialize, it will also have the start time and end time. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then you are serializing this to update it and set y. Oh, okay. You are updating this, and okay, you save it. Okay, this looks right. Okay. Any question by far? Pen, do you have any question?
Why we need to JSON to serialize that?
We want to store like this API call. By the way, did you submit your change for now?
Not yet.
Whatever you have, can you submit it now? So I will patch it. So if you don't have any change, leave it. Do you have any change?
I have some. Let me see.
Just submit it. I'm gonna make changes. Okay. Whatever you have submitted, so make sure you don't have any local change now.
Okay. I just changed the model.
Huh? Can you quickly submit it? Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Please status. Did you push any new change?
No.
Okay.
Just submit what you have.
Okay. And yes. And push.
Did you push? Okay. Let's see what you did. Okay, so yesterday we discussed we want to change this to API. And you added a slot span, okay?
Yes.
Okay, let me quickly hook up the DAO. So because Potato Cat just submitted the change for the integration test. So, okay, let's hook up the DAO, okay? Auto wire. Booking DAO, okay? So now you have the DAO, right?
Yes.
So what we want is here, one thing we want to do is this killing dot create. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm gonna leave it for you to fill. Let's
Okay.
say, okay, you have the parameter. Okay, so maybe not. So the ID is UUID, I guess. Then you have the username. Then you pass in the parameter. Okay. So later we can test it. Okay.
Okay.
So for the booking link, let's see. This booking link dot get booking link ID. Okay. Why this is giving error? Oh, need two presentation model. Did we write two presentation model? No.
The top.
I think we deleted it.
We deleted.
Yes.
Okay, pen. You. So that's the next task. Okay. Maybe let me just two presentation model.
No.
I will even give an empty one, but you guys, someone to fill. We will decide who do that. So now I will just return now. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the repositories model. Okay. Why it's okay? It's always erroring on this. Okay, so this is now this one is working. And the update, right? So we want to use the DAO dot update. So this booking link. And also booking slot. Okay. Let's depend you later. You will fill the two presentation model. Okay.
Okay.
So after you get it, let's return the booking link. So okay. So this is also let's just return it, but we need to convert it to presentation model. Oh, actually no. Not presentation model. In the end, I mean, because we remember in the end we're gonna do some calculation. So the calculation logic should be in here. We're gonna calculate a lot of stuff. So the two presenting model might not. I mean, you can add it, but for testing purpose. But later we're gonna add more logic here. Actually, we're gonna do like a three rule like a calculation. Okay, so need to be added later. What's this for?
Update slot.
Okay, this is duplicate.
Update.
Why you have two methods for recurrence rule? So this is wrong. Wait, let's check what you did. So we want to booking links. We want to have two posts. One is update.
Equation root. Oh.
This is verb recurrence rules because it's gonna be plural. This is gonna update slot. Maybe slot. Okay, so the link update recurrence rules. And this is booking link update route. Okay. This is booking link update slot route. This is typo. And I don't know what you are doing here. This let's change this to be post. So basically it's verb. Okay, booking link update recurrence rule. So this recurrence rule gonna be string and it's gonna be list of. So so later we're gonna support recurrence rule. Basically let's say every day, like a month. Let's say every day Monday, from 0 a.m. to 8 a.m. Basically, I want to mark it off, right? But the
Okay.
user can choose to like remove one or like add one or even change one. Even change
Okay.
one. It's gonna just be sent to, as together, right? As a list, right?
Okay.
Let's say if you remove everything, you'll be sending an empty list, right? So we need to implement that as well. So we are missing the DAO for this one, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about who's gonna work on what later. I'm gonna push this. I'll quickly run let's check the build is working. I'm not gonna run test. So later let's check potato cat just wrote the. So let me submit this, and Peng, you will next add the two presentation model, okay?
Okay.
After I push this one, okay? Booking link, okay?
Okay.
That's temporary for now. For testing purpose, let's just make sure everything works. Okay, break this is 65. Sorry, 65 is 65. Huh? Oh, you always don't format. Can you format your code?
Oh, I format, but do I need to set up some format setting?
I don't think so. What IDE are you using?
The same. It's IntelliJ.
That should come by default. I never need to set up. Padelka, do you need to do anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I just
Your local is weird. Okay, anyway, let me submit this. Update, let's say I just update this controller. Okay, so I'm gonna submit. So you've first try to check in the presentation model, to presentation model. So we also need someone to write the DAO for this. Okay, I think Peng, you will write the DAO for this as well. Okay.
for the
Just follow how we do update slot.
okay.
It's actually we don't have in the DB we haven't added the representation the column, right?
For slot?
For recurrence rule we haven't added that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
didn't.
mean we try to make it simple for now. Okay, let's skip this for now. Let's look at the controller test. Okay, here where's the test? Oh, here. So okay, test, right? Okay, let's take a look what happened. So create, right? Okay, let's just run it, debug, and let's see what happened. So this is gonna hit this breakpoint, create, and then we'll check a get. Okay, let's take a look. Okay. So it's gonna spin up a real Spring Boot service, right? Why do we need this particular cat?
I think I just put there by I can delete it. It's not used for now.
I don't recall we are using this way. So now your API is here. You just send a create, right? Let's look at this object. That's what you send. Start date, end date, time zone, 30 minutes, force. Okay, looks good. And we're gonna call the create. Okay, let's see. Okay, we can check what happened right now by manually looking at the database. So right now the database has nothing, right? So after this, I expect something to happen, right? So let's put a break. Let's get into it. Step over, step into. Okay, too much. Let's put a breakpoint here then. Okay, so it got generated. Okay, let's check the database. Maybe it didn't flash. Okay, let's go back to the controller. Yeah, I think it's still trying to finish the transaction. What happened? It's a second call?
Yes.
Nothing is created. Something is wrong. Okay, what happened? Transactional. Something is wrong. You created this. Set ID. Supposed to save it. It didn't throw exception. Then we hit. Something is wrong. Oh, exception happened. Okay, probably against some rule.
Not okay. Not now.
You know what happened? Okay, now value in created add. Oh, I know what happened. So you need to expand. So we have some like a class, like audit model. This will automatically.
Oh, I see.
So I mean, you can extend. I can extend this, but before that, we actually have some other view. So you have the owner, right? Owner. But you don't have the. So we have like the owner model.
Okay.
Owner already have this. Give me a sec. So it's the named model. Okay, you don't have a name. Okay, so just extend then. Okay. Let's go back. So I'll explain this later. That's why you fail. So the owner also, why do you change it to?
I think that was a typo. Sorry.
Yeah, and also the owner should, according to our this, we usually do this, not blank. Right, it has to be there. So they protect it. I mean, it cannot be changed, right? And then it's not nullable, and it has some like this. Okay. The other part we don't need to change. Okay. Let's run this again. Okay. Let me explain why this. So this has like a pre-persist in AOP interception, so it will automatically updated, and so this is all happen automatically using the current timestamp. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's run it again. So we have some fix, right? So yeah. Yeah, you don't want the front end to use your code and the front end doesn't work, right? That's why we at least want to. So Pen, can you work on add the two percentage model? I could really use it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if you push that, when I do the get, because right now the get is returning now, which is wrong.
Okay. I'm on it.
Okay, once you're done, push it. So why this is still not working? At least we hit here. So that means we should have. Okay, now we have a record. Okay, good. Okay, so numbers is now invited now. Okay, everything looks good. Cool. Then next, what happened? So it's calling get, right? Let's check the get. So it's supposed to return something. So we are missing the to this one, right? So if I put a breakpoint here, what happened? Okay, some exception happened. Okay. So now. Okay, now you're getting it now. Okay, I think it's expected because we're returning now. So we need a pen to submit that change so we can have it. Okay.
Okay.
It should be quick. Okay.
Okay.
So most part right now is ready. We have a good we have a post working, right? Get is missing something. We quickly fix it. So now you have a create and get, right? So we can move on to next stage. So once Pen added this something here, we can Padocat, you can add some test, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you can polish your test. Right now your test is not fully functional. Create, we can see it in the database, right? But we still need to get it. So okay. just waiting on Pen's change. Okay, here, and let's talk about what's next. Okay, so we know what to do next. Okay, controller wise, Pen. Okay, actually we cannot do this because we haven't touched this yet, right? We have several parts to work on, right? One biggest part is this part. I'm gonna give this to potato cat. So here you have a start date. Okay, let's talk about this logic here, right? I want you to we have several logic to do here, actually, right? First, we want to get all tasks. We have the code somewhere, right?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Between start time, between start time and end time, right? We should have some code to do this already, right? To get all the tasks between us time range. So you just need to find it, okay? So that's the first step. So potato cat, you need to do that. Second part, recurrence rule, we don't have it yet, so forget it. Also, the third part is the booking link. We already have the booking link. So after you create it, for the create, we don't need it. Give me a sec. It's not here. I think I got something wrong. It's not for here. Actually, the start time and end time. Give me a sec. When you create it, we don't care actually. The start time and end time is during get, right? How you get this? Okay, let's look at this one. Okay, now we need to use this. Let's import. Okay, that's ours. We are not using this for so we first need to get booking links. Okay. Okay, let's talk about this get API. So we have a booking link, which is a DB model. Okay. Actually, I'm not sure this should be done in the controller. Right now, you have two booking link in the same controller, which may be wrong. I mean, maybe this should be moved down. Okay. But we can do that later. So because now you have two booking link in the same controller, that's why I have to put this package name here, right? So now you have a booking link. You have the start date, right? Yeah, and you have the time zone. So now you have the start time and end time, okay? Now you're gonna use the start time and end time to. So what the pen just wrote for this two frequency model is just a hack, okay, right now, okay?
I push the chain.
You push change, okay? So we can potato cat, you can probably test it. I mean, if you have issue, you can just fix it.
Okay.
Looks like I have some conflict because I'm changing it. Why I have? Okay. So how you deal with this? You can like stash this, and it's a little bit stupid because it really doesn't have to a real conflict. Then I can apply this back. Okay. So now no conflict. Okay. So that's Penn's change for now. Okay. So yeah. So potato cat, your next immediate task is get this working. Okay.
Okay.
For Pen, we can talk about that later. So also we need to get all the tasks, right? So we can mark. We can mark. So eventually because we want to return a booking link. So let's say this is booking link. Okay. This is the real booking link. Let's call it the result. For example, then we're gonna return it, right? Result, return result. Okay, we are getting closer. Okay, you guys are seeing those things getting together, right? So we want to set the slots, right? You guys were curious about the slots, right? So we need to have a list of slots, booking slots, booking slot. Let's call it the slots equal new list. Okay. Okay, slots. So how we calculate those slots, right? So you have the originally booking link get slots. That's a string, right?
Yeah.
But the those are menu slot, right? Basically. So we need to do some kind of aggregation on this, right? Right now everything is stuffed in here. The reason is we are not sure. Later we should probably move those to additional some class and stuff, right? We may need to have a dedicated class for calculating the slots. Okay. But I cannot do that for now. I mean, I don't have enough insight for now. So yeah, I mean, we have the. So okay. Okay, let's define something. So now we have this. So potato cat, your next task, one is the controller test. Okay. Second thing is return all the tasks. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
We're gonna have to. So now we need to calculate the slots, right? So let's say we probably need a package. So I'm thinking we need a new. Let's see. We need some own dedicated class to do this, or even add a unit test. Okay. Maybe let's create a new package, booking. Okay. Booking. So this package, let's add a new class, helper class. Okay. Right now it can be just static. Because we need to calculate a slot, right? I mean, there one place, maybe not packaging for now. We can just put it in util. If we grow bigger, we can move it to a dedicated package. For now, let's just add a util class, okay?
Okay.
Let's just call it the booking util, okay? Okay, utils or util, let's see. Okay, we just call it util. Okay, so this is the helper class, okay? Let's say we have some, let's say we have it return list of booking slot, let's say, okay. So get slots, okay, let's just call it get slot. Or just call calculate slot, calculate. So what's the input here, right? I mean, obviously we need to return list of slots equal new array list, and then we're gonna return the slots. Basically, what we're trying to do here, right? In the controller. So we need to set this slot, so we can get rid of this. Basically, we can use the slot util or slots. Did I say? Is it slot? A booking util? Booking util dot why it's let's see.
Static.
Oh, static. I didn't put static. And public actually. Public. Okay. Oh, what happened? Oh, this list. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. Yeah, here. Calculate slot, right? What do we want to put it in here? So one is this. That's the overridden, right? That's the overridden slot, right? And we need to have the start date as a string because this is for you to calculate the but we need the string and the time zone. Okay, we need this. We need this. So that's the date, right? But when you calculate it, it has the date, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And the time zone. So I'm not sure you need a time zone, do you? Actually, you don't care about time zone, right? Okay. So right now it's giving error, so we need to change the signature to take the string. Okay, good. So it automatically adds those for me. So let's call this override slot. All card slots override. Okay. Slot. We don't want the string actually. Anyway, we want actually. We don't want the string. Do we have a deserialization? Give me a sec. So this give us the string. Okay. We actually wanted the deserialized one, right?
Mhm.
So one way is actually you can move the DAO, or you can make the DAO create for you. I mean, let's think. So when you update the slot, right? Your logic right now is in the DAO layer here to create it. So now when we take it out, right? I mean, right now you convert to string, right? To update the slot, then you save it. What we trying to do now is when we want actually the object, right? From the DB is storing the string, but we want the list of booking slot, right? When we pass it here. So anyways, this method, the method we developing, the util must take object, right? It's not doing the set logic here. Slots, right? Okay. This is our signature, right? Later we might add a task. Okay. 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 So this is pen.
Yes.
Pen. Your next task is this.
Okay.
Take a list of slot override. You
Yes.
might want to write a unit test. Okay. So focus on this function. You deal with this function only. You can touch this file. Okay. So you touch this file. Potato Cat will manage other files. Your
Okay.
single task is take the string of start date, end date, generate all the slots. Oh, you need the span as well. Okay, right?
Okay.
You
So
need the integer, the slot span, right?
yes.
Otherwise, do you need other method?
I don't think so. Start the end day, so we get the.
So let's say, for example, if the slot span is 6 minutes, right? So you basically, let's say start date is August 1st, end date is August 2nd. So you're gonna generate like 48 slots, right? This size should be 48, right?
Yes. Yes.
And basically sequentially arranged, and they have time. And let's see. I'm not sure front end can they group by the date. Maybe we'll work with front end later, but we can group it if needed. I mean, right now we are not grouping by date, right? I'm not sure if front end need a. We might tune it later, okay? But for now, right now we are not sure, okay? Because front end, you remember the front end need to if you have the Calendly. What I'm saying is, so when we're doing this, imagine how front end use it, right? The front end gonna take a date, right? So I mean, do we need to group by the date, like May 17, then give the slot, or right now we just return all the slot across dates, right? Got it?
Yes.
So we might need to create a new class to wrap it like every day those slot. Anyway, for now, let's not worry about it. Maybe front end can just handle it. Okay. Never mind for now. What we can do now is you take the start date, end date, and the slot span to generate. First, you generate all the slot, right?
Yes.
Every day. That's not easy. Okay. Especially if the start date and end date is like across the month. Let's say start date is August 1st, end date is like October 1st. Then you need to reach the last day, like August 30 or 31. Then September 1st, right? So you need to use Java's some. I recommend use the zone datetime class. Try to figure it out. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, you don't care about the time zone. You just need a specific date, right? So you can fake any time zone. Doesn't matter, right? Here, time zone doesn't matter. You only need the string, right? Okay.
Yes.
You don't care about the time zone. in the end, you're gonna have the slot override to override any match, right? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's why I call it override. So first generate the list of slot, then this will take a over. After that, try to use this to find the corresponding one and update it for on and off. This is only used for on and off, right? I
Yes.
think right because this is coming from user manually on and off. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So let's take this. So we definitely have slot span booking link dot get slot span. That's no problem. So the biggest problem right now is we don't have the. So here this is a string, right? And where do we convert it to? Where do we convert it to list of slot from string? Do we do it inside this model or should we do it outside? I mean, ideally we should do it outside because this is purely model, okay? No logic should be added. So if we do DAO, let's say if we create a DAO, I mean not create a DAO. If we use DAO to convert it, let's say get it's a little bit heavy, but anyway, get uh, let's say get a booking link slot. Let's say we have this method. This is like just JSON calculation, right? So here, what you do is more like what the particular cat just did actually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean basically you take the string. I mean you basically take the string. Actually, do you need anyway? I'm not the final about this yet, but it works, but I'm not sure that's the best, right? So let's say we have a method, actually called get booking link slots. Okay, it's multiple, so we can replace this, right? We can replace this with actually what do we need? Booking link get slot. So actually, if we change it further, we can change it to like a booking link, a repository booking link, and this become booking link dot get slot. Right, so we just need to pass the booking link. Okay, we can revisit this later, okay? For now, let's just use this. So get the booking link slots, and you just need to pass this. Right. So you basically deserialize the string to be the list, right, object, and we reuse it here. And the problem with this approach is this is a DAO. This is more like a util class right now, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So it doesn't really belong to the DAO. Can we move this logic actually to the okay? I mean, this doesn't belong to the DAO, right? You guys, right?
Yeah.
So we already have a util. We probably can move this here. Let's say we move this out of DAO and we get this here. Okay, let's do it here. So this is okay. uh, I'm gonna change this so that Peng can deal with this like a Padocat don't have to touch this file. So try to separate those. So if we do it here, so this is basically booking util, right? Now we have booking util to do this for us. We have another problem for convert the slot to, so let's say we have a booking util to JSON. So let's create this method. Okay, so what it does is nothing but passing to JSON, right? JSON dot to JSON. Okay. Okay. Looks like a working, right? Anything not working? What is this? Okay, we change this to booking util. Booking util. Okay. What else do we have? Let's check the DAO part. Should we change this logic? I'm thinking how much we need to move to the util, okay? So what does this do? So you have a slot, you try to do the on off. Okay, this doesn't. I mean, you can change this to util, but so what does this give you? It take you the to JSON to JSON. Should we move this actually to? So what do? You take an override. This is override, right? Mm-hmm. It makes sense to actually the whole thing. If you mark this as a method, it actually take a slot. Hmm. I feel like the whole thing can be all this can be moved to the util. Seems like. Do you agree, Potato Cat?
Yeah, because we need to use it somewhere else too, right?
Just I mean that's the is we may not necessarily use it. It's just the DAO, so we can separate it out, right? So DAO is mostly used for DB logic and for those calculation and the manipulation. Like here
Right.
we are doing some overriding, right? And we can move all this logic to here for the overriding because we already have a slot override, right?
Oh,
So
right. Makes sense.
yeah, I mean, because it has the logic for override. Let's see what is actually needed here, right? If we take the whole thing, I'm not sure I break it now. I'm gonna just do it here for now, okay? So what do we have? We have the slots override again, right? So it's very similar, right? Okay,
Mhm.
slots override. So this is slots override, right? Wait. So this is slots override. So where did the DAO get it from? DAO get it from where did he get it from? Oh, okay. So it get it from DB slot override. Okay, DB slot override. And if it's empty, why it's not a list? It's a string.
Oh, it was a string.
Oh, okay, let's call it string. So otherwise, get a booking. You get a booking link slot.
It needs a booking link.
I'm trying to separate it. Maybe I don't need a booking link. Try to make it pure. I think so. It get booking link. Give me a sec. Get booking link. Give me a sec. Get booking link. We need a what? We need a the slot, right? That's the slot. So that's the original slot, right? Okay, let's just take the booking link for now. I mean, it's easier. So we don't need the slots, right? Okay. So we have the slot. What is this?
This is the updated slot, the one user passed in.
The
Mm.
target slot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why I think this is why this is booking link. This is booking link dot get slot, right?
Yeah. This is the slot from the DB, and slot is the one controller passed in.
Is it like get slot, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Then we are calling get slot again. Oh, okay. Looks like so basically it's the same variable here being used here, right? Okay. Okay, we need to do some refactor. So we need to have a slot. This is booking slot. Booking slot. Okay, so this is slot override. So this is slot override. And then slot override. Okay, then we return it. So let's call this is to JSON. If this is to JSON, we can remove all this logic here. So we just need to pass this at the slot. And okay, let's see. Oh, just position change. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can actually just okay. So this method is not good. Method name is not good. So what does this do right now? By the way, PaddleCat, later you add integration test. You want to test this method, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Just test it. For now. Just check the database to see. Later we can add more logic here. So to JSON, it's not right. So we take a slot override for the booking link. So we are updating booking link slot, right? Basically, let's rename it. So it's update booking link slot. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, booking link. Okay. It return a string, which right now is returning a string. Return a string, and you set it. Because the JSON is there. Okay, let's leave this for now. The only thing right now I'm not very sure is, so this is the same variable being used here, in here, right? Let's see what this method is, where this method is called. So this method is called here, because we calculate the slot, and yeah, you calculate the slot, because here if we change it to be slots, let's change this to be, okay, never mind. Okay, this is getting booking, because I mean here we pass the booking links and we calling this again, which is acceptable, I guess. Here if it's blank we give array list. Okay, why can't this be taken care of here? I mean the whole thing can be taken care of here. What I mean is, this logic, we move this logic here, right? Then you just
Okay.
move it here, and it's actually safer for us to call. I mean here, if this guy get I mean you may get an empty one, right?
Mhm.
I mean if you never changed it, this is better, right? When you get a booking link, if the booking link doesn't have any slot, I mean maybe it's empty, right? We return an array list instead of now, right? Then when
Yeah.
pen
Yeah.
executes, this is guaranteed not to be now. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, pen you can assume this is not now, right?
Okay.
So it prevent now, and we are not calling it twice. So okay, actually this looks better. The whole thing is here, right? So what does this method do is take a booking link, get its slot, and do some patching if it's not, I mean if it's now or blank, right? And yeah, I think that's good. And then we get, so this method take so get original slot and use the override to generate the new slots, right? Yeah, this is not looking like much better. Okay, now I'm happy. Okay, okay, cool. I'm gonna submit it. So after I submit, let's just quickly think who work on what. Okay, so add booking util class. Okay, I think yeah. Okay. Check file. I'll use the import. So it's controller. The controller. So okay. So let's try not to break the build every time. Okay. Pen, if you write this, you should not be able to check inside because last time you failed the check style. So be careful with that, your format. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's assign tasks. Who work on what? So first, potato cat, you work on controller test to make sure all the third API work. And this in the controller, I mean, maybe for now in the controller, we may move it somewhere else, okay? Get
Okay.
the tasks, get all the tasks, okay? That's the second thing, okay? So pen, you work on this method, add a unit test, okay? Add a booking util test, okay? If you have trouble writing tests, you can have a meeting with this potato cat to learn how to do that. Potato cat know how to.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry, what did you say?
this calculate slot method is getting the use the start date and end date to get all the tasks.
all the slot, getting all the slot, right? For example, if you started August 1st, ended August 2nd, span is 1 hour, so you generate 48 slots, right? I think Potato Cat already get it. If you have trouble, ask her, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a simple static method. So add a unit test to test it, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Then after generation, use the override to override the matching one, okay? Got it?
Okay.
Okay, test field is fine. Okay, I'm gonna submit this because I didn't run the CD. Okay. Okay, I think we are almost done typing. So, Pen, you know you're gonna work on this method, okay? If you
Yes.
have problem, you can have a sync with PedoCat. I think she already know what it means. So PedoCat first finish the test. Second is this method get start and end. Getting the tasks. So one thing I want to mention is after you get tasks, actually we need to pass the task to this as well.
Okay.
To make a mark those as off, right? You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, not worry about this for now. So this is the big logic here actually. Okay, so that's the biggest logic here. For now. So we haven't touched the recurrence rule. We'll deal with that later. Okay. So we add a recurrence rule. Once we have the logic, without the recurrence rule, if we have a task and we have if you write this, we actually have all the slot for the booking link actually. It's a good start, okay? Once you guys complete this, we are in a very good shape, okay? Then PotatoCat can fully implement the test actually, okay? Everyone, you have a question? If no question, we can stop. Any question?
I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, you just focus on this. Okay. If you have a question, ask PotatoCat. And the PotatoCat, I didn't give you much for now, because I think the one I give you right now is pretty simple. But we can think after you finish what I give you. Okay.
Okay.
Just ping me after you finish those two I give you. Then we can quickly think. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I think you might want to help Pen a little bit on this. Think with him to make sure he pushes this correctly and early, because after this we can have more work to break, right? Because this is something very important. Okay. Actually, after he finishes, you can write a test, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. After he finishes, basically you can expect like some real slot, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but right now you can only assume other things. Yeah. Okay. I mean that's integration test. Yeah. Anyway, okay, let's stop for now. Okay. I'll upload the video. Okay, later. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.